back to Knits, Hooks, and Needle. We're gonna do more of, you know, the same old pattern here. Bucilla Nostalgia Baseball with about 39 colors. Forget the size, it was made by Gillum. It's on a 14 count Aida fabric, and okay, it's a 10 by 16 pattern. I am finally back up to the next row over here, and if you are new to the channel, please hit like and subscribe. If you are a returning viewer, just all you gotta do is hit like and maybe comment down below. I hope everybody had a good weekend. We got some rain last night, so it was nice. Sorry, I almost dropped my floss. And we're supposed to be getting more today. Where am I at? Sorry, I had to move this thing a bit ago. Okay, let's update the chart a little bit. And I happened to actually find my marker, my scissors that I didn't have with me last time. They were hiding in, you know, a very obvious area. It was really interesting. Let me see. Yes, I went up. I usually use the pink marker and I'm not sure where I set it. Okay, so we're gonna need more of that one. Just gotta keep marking as I go so then I'm not confusing myself. How's everybody enjoying, well, hopefully in your area, the nice weather going on? Just adjusting a few things. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. It is next to my frame here, but it's gotten a lot nicer, a lot cooler. I'm not using my fan as often unless, you know, it just gets just a tad warm during the afternoon. We're supposed to be getting a little bit more rain later, so I'm gonna enjoy that. Kind of almost wish I had a garden just so I could, you know, not worry about having to go out and water them. Gotta separate some floss. And I will be posting another video for the knitting and crochet. I've decided just to combine them into one video each week instead of doing one individually. You know, it just makes it a little bit easier. Plus, I can do some catch up on each project and then show you how far along I've come each week. Just make it a little bit easier. Sorry. Barely got back home. I had to go run a small errand, come back home. And I wanted to be able to get everything recorded, you know, before my daughter gets home from her day. Just makes it a little bit easier on me, then I'm not focused on too many things at once. Kind of excited for fall or autumn, you know. I wonder we can go back and forth. I think the problem I have with being this high up on the pattern is that since of the type of scroll frame I have, you know, I can't just like lean over, especially if there's a camera right there. You don't need to see my glasses or anything being in the way. And I'm gonna be continuing on with the half-hour videos because that's what I can do for right now with the memory space I have on my phone. I hope everybody else is doing good though. Love to hear about anybody else's projects, what they're working on. We've had a couple of craft fairs come in town, but I want to attend, but I can't, you know, since I'm on a tight budget right now. So I don't want to make myself feel guilty for going and only looking because I just, you know, it's not fair to do that to myself. So I would want to buy something. But it's a good busy Monday. Sorry, that's another problem. I can't see that far up. After I do this, I'm going to make a couple of phone calls that I got to do and then do some extra cleaning. Make sure the house stays nice and clean. Get lunch ready for when my daughter gets back home, because she'll be home around lunch. I'm gonna have some kebabs with pull-apart bread with spelt. I had to switch breads recently. And it's homemade, so I don't always like getting store-bought, because I find that it's just a little too sweet for me whenever I get store-bought. And when I make it at home, it just tastes a lot better. And dinner will be Mediterranean meatballs with a little salad, like a side salad, and some hummus and couscous. Don't think my son's gonna eat the couscous, but you know, at least he'll eat the salad without dressing. He's not a dressing. Should have done that differently, but it's okay. See, I could probably do a few more. Really, I'm anxious just to get some of my projects done. I'll be happy when I see this one just fully completed. Let's see, I can do one more. I actually saw a really old commercial. So if you're my age or a little bit older, maybe a little younger, you know, it just depends on if you've ever seen the commercial before. So I was watching, oh gosh, what was it? Can't remember what I was watching, but I do Netflix with ads because, you know, I had to lower the cost. And on comes the Tootsie Roll Pop commercial with the owl, you know, and the tortoise and the little kid saying how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. And I started laughing because it just made me feel a little old, even though that video came out, gosh, I think maybe a good I'm gonna get my thing real quick. It came out like a good decade, I think, before I was born. So I think it came out in like 1969. I was born in the early 80s, like very early 80s. So, you know, by that point, it had already been on TV for at least 10 years. I'm gonna try to carefully do this. I know I probably could have just done one less stitch. Hopefully that went through all the way. There we go. Come on. I may not be able to see that far, but I can tell it wasn't that way. It wasn't supposed to go that way. But yeah, so it just made me feel incredibly old saying that commercial again, and brought it up to a cousin because, you know, I'm not sure how much older she is to me, but I know she was at my mom's wedding when my mom got married. So that was a very, very long time ago. So I think she was probably still like a young teen at the time. And I think I have seen my first Christmas commercial. It just feels so soon. It feels like it's coming earlier and earlier every year. It's not even Halloween, you know, month yet. For me, it's like Halloween season. Oh, I don't know why I grabbed both of these, but I'm trying to remember which one that was, but it was a Christmas commercial. That was probably about 2 weeks ago. It just feels like it's coming sooner and sooner every year. I think I read that somewhere that someone had seen like Christmas stuff at the store while it was still July. And that's just so early. Like, why would you put it out that soon? If I pause and it seems like I might be looking at the camera, it's just so I could see the timer. You know, I think I ended the other one wrong, but I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think it will come undone. I was kind of short on floss and I really shouldn't have done the extra stitch. Okay, I'm going to do this one by one because then I can park it in the next block over. So, and I'm also doing my own version or my own variant of Royal Rose. Lost my floss there. And I will be on Twitch tomorrow, so I'll probably make that like an hour long. I know I probably should go for like an hour and a half. You know, for me it recommended 2 hours. So I guess it will just depend on how many people show up to watch. I had fun last time. I actually got rated for my first Twitch video and I told my son about it. He just looked at me surprised saying, "You got rated on your first video?" And I said, "Yes, I did." That was kind of fun, actually. Kind of reminds me of the early days of chat rooms, which, you know, you sort of have them now. A lot of people bring up Discord for that. And it's sort of like that, you know. It's not only that you pop in to a chat room, you know, but you are also part of that group, so people can find your names. Where in chat groups back in the early days, we didn't necessarily have like lists of people who often showed up. It would just be if you happen to know the person, you know, or recognize the screen name that popped up, and then you would know that they were regular. But Discord, I think, would be probably the closest to old-time chat rooms. Okay, so now I can, like, at least I'll park it. Okay, good, I did fill that in. For a second there, it looked like I didn't complete that X. Park it right up here. Do some pluses. But yeah, it's going good. A very busy Monday. I think both my son and I agree that we can't wait for his next, you know, 3 or 4 day weekend, because well, you know, I like sleeping in knowing that I don't have to worry about making sure that he gets off to school, even though he should be able to do it by himself. He's one of those kids that would, you know, he won't set a snooze or a repeat alarm. He won't even hit snooze. He'll just hit, you know, okay, or, you know, stop on his alarm and then go back to sleep, because that's just how he is. Looks like I can park this one later on in the next square too. Yeah, I like going square by square. I know that. Did I do that? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. I know with parking, you know, you can do it in a couple of different ways. I didn't think I was going to be able to pull it off with this particular project because of the way I was doing it before. So I chose to start doing it when I was already at the bottom. No, I was at the top of an area. And I thought, oh, well, it would have been better if I had started out doing it. But now I got it going. So I was thinking about going from left to right, left to right, left to right, and then just having the picture expand out. If I was able to do a time lapse of the project, it probably would have looked really cool doing it that way. So, but I think it's going to be, I think if I'm going to go like that, I better do one by one. You know, it'll still look pretty cool if I can manage to do a time lapse of the whole project. It wouldn't be for a while, but I think that would have been kind of cool. And I know in a half hour, I won't get as many stitches in for you guys to view and watch. Why am I doing it? I said one by one. But that's just, you know, phone with limited memory. It's amazing, even though, you know, I've deleted so much stuff off my phone that it still says it's like quite full, but some of the apps I have are necessary. You know, ones for checking my son's grades, or I have to use medical apps to track some stuff for me, for my doctor. What else? Grocery ones, because right now I do have it delivered. Okay, then we got that one, and then go to this one right here. You know, so I have essential apps on there, but still just likes to clog up the phone, I guess. And I have removed like a lot of pictures and stuff. See, is this one truly the other color? I think this one, I parked it and I didn't even notice that I did. Okay, that's my fault. That's okay. Things happen. I just didn't realize, because like some of the colors just look so similar. Come on. I think I'll just like, you know, run it under a couple of stitches. But when some of the colors like very similar, when they're next to each other, it makes it harder to see. Okay, I'm gonna kind of get in front of the camera. I'll have to edit this part out. Okay, just so I could see a little bit better. Come on, just having trouble with this one. Where's my scissors? I just want to run it under because I messed up. I wouldn't have been able to do that many stitches anyway, but still. Okay, we got it. Make sure it's a little bit more secure. I will just tuck it under some stitches since I didn't realize that I had the same color going already. If I can. There we go. Sorry, I had an itch. Alrighty. Let's get more of this. How far along are we at? Okay. Sorry, I had to adjust the camera real quick. Trim a little bit of this off because it frayed a little. There we go. Got that one. I think I'm going to do this one by one since, you know, it's not a lot of thread. Anyway. Oops. I don't think it... Why am I doing that? Look at that. See, I'm not coming through the correct area. Yeah, I'm just glad to at least try to do the video today. I'll get up another one for the other crafts here this week. Sorry if I don't talk. Sometimes I get a little focused on what I'm doing. There we go. I feel for everything underneath the... There we go. Put back some of my stuff here. You know, try to keep everything organized. So I'm going to try to come up with an idea of how to have threads just a little bit neater. Looks like this one's about to fall out of its little designated holder there. See, I might have to get more of this thread because I don't see a whole lot of it over here. Unless it's in the one bag of fresh threads that I bought. I can hear my little... I'm not sure what it's called. It's a little window thing that has like a character that will, you know, bob their head back and forth when it's in a sunny area. And I've been using it in my window to tell me if I should or shouldn't have my light on. And that way, you know, kind of know when to turn off my lights. I would like to have self-dimming lights because it would make it a little bit easier, but I don't have those. So for right now, I'm just using those little window things to know when I can turn off my lights and then turn them back on if I need to. So if it's bobbing its head back and forth really fast, I don't need it on. If it's so-so, I usually, you know, it will just depend on if I really need to have the light on or not. And then if it's not moving its head, I have the lights on. Just trying to make sure, you know, I don't use up too much energy accidentally, because sometimes I can't tell the difference when my light is on and it's sunny, because I just won't notice because it's so gradual. So now I just listened for lost the thread, at least one part of it. So now I just listen to the little tick sound. Should be, I know I didn't do very much in a half hour, but I should be just about close to a half hour now. It's funny how it wants to do that. I know also recently my son was interested in watching the old, you know, 1993 Beverly Hillbillies. So I was showing him clips and he was like, hey, is there a way we can watch that? And it's nowhere to really stream, which is so odd to me. So I'm going to have to probably buy the movie just so I can watch it. I don't really understand why it wouldn't be on a streaming platform. Maybe it's just not searched a lot. I'm not exactly sure, you know, how they determine movies that are, you know, gosh, 30 years old or being searched for. I'm sure that they have a way of figuring that out though. But yeah, he was laughing at a couple of scenes. I think after this color, now this is going to be another one of the baseball bats that I was talking about that, you know, I don't know much about baseball. And I might have to look up if there's any significance between different bats, since I still don't know much about that in baseball. Come on, now we can, well, you know what, no. I think I can travel this one because I have enough. I could probably do like a couple of stitches in the next one over there. Basically all I can really do today. I'll have to work on it more between videos. I try my best. I do get busy. But thank you for watching. You know, I hope you're doing great on your projects, whatever you might be working on. Again, if you are a new viewer, you know, please hit like and subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, just, you know, hit like. Let me know in the comments what you're doing. And also, if anybody seriously knows if there's a significance between different kinds of baseball bats, I would love to know. But until then, stay hydrated. I actually need to go get a drink myself. And stay mindful of yourself. Be aware of you and who you are, what you think, what you do. Just be mindful of yourself. And I will see you in the next video.